Hey guys, this is Shinx and welcome back to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. So in this video, we are back in another V-Jump translations, and this is the next month's copy of the V-Jump. And yeah, I've got some exciting news for you guys. So I spent some time translating some of the uh, translations, and so basically some characters that are coming next would be Stampede SABO, Gear 4 Luffy, Doflamingo, WANO Law, and WANO Zoro. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go into it. So this first portion of the video is basically about, I believe they might just revive because as you guys know, the Stampede event, the Bullet Boss battle, right? It's ending in about 1 or 2 days. So I got a feeling that they might say something about renewing this event, but because there's something about 5th September, which like I tried, and this whole page was just about the bullet boss raid, and besides this small part where they shows near the end of August, which is like in a few days time, Stampede SABO is finally coming. So for those who has been asking me when Stampede SABO is coming, yep, he's coming, and he's a green attacker, so you will not you won't go like get him to 5-star, go out there and get destroyed by Luffy. Maybe you can use this chance to destroy time skip Luffy's. So yeah, one thing about this SABO is, for those asking like very curious about the abilities, they didn't really say anything about the abilities, but they said that Mera Mera no Mi SABO. So as you guys know, Mera Mera no Mi is basically fire fire. So there's a chance we might see some Fire Fist SABO. So yep. Then this part of the picture is just about the swimsuit Boa and swimsuit Nami, which I'm still so sad I couldn't get. Like, so sad. Oh my god. Okay. So next part will be the Gear 4 Luffy and the Doflamingo. So the Gear 4 Luffy, right, is actually a green attacker. So another great green attacker that is gonna come to the game, and I think he's gonna counter time skip Luffy, because you see how hard they are trying to shift this meta. And yeah, okay, about time skip Luffy, he looks damn cool, and he can send enemies flying, which is basically knockback. So one of his skill is a mid-range knockback effect, and the second skill is one that makes the enemy tremor, and it has a high strength technique. So from what I think, it's basically a skill attack that is super duper painful, that does tremor effect. Pretty cool. Then he's a green attacker. So okay, next, Doffy. Doffy is actually a runner, so pretty cool. And I guess he's kind of meant to count. They want him to, in case Gear 4 goes out of hand, they want Doffy to kind of counter it. And maybe the next meta cycle will be something like G4 Luffy counters time skip Luffy counters Doffy counters Gear 4, maybe. So yeah. And okay, about the Doffy, right? From the first part of the news, I could basically, it translated into using the is a skill that creates alternations with threat. So from the because I know a bit of I know Chinese, so from here it shows that Fenshen, which is basically a clone, and yeah, most likely this Doflamingo can create the clone of himself. And you guys seen the show, I don't want to spoil too much. So yeah, for those who haven't watched it, you guys probably will get spoiled by these skills. And okay, the next skill is actually, it didn't talk so much about the skill, but it says that his devil fruit is versatile and it can be used for long range attack. This means that it might hint that he will have a long range skill, like maybe one of his, I don't know, there was one of his skill which was a super painful threat or something that can burn. I can't remember the name of the skill. Was it heat string? I don't know, but it could happen. They never say anything about the skill name or anything. So yeah. So this is the first part. They will be coming near the end of the August again. So my speculation is after the Stampede Smoker, or rather before the Stampede Smoker ends, soon there will be Stampede SABO, and once the Swimsuit Boa and Swimsuit Nami ends, we're gonna have a Bounty Fest Gear 4 and a Bounty Fest DOFFY. So for those guys asking whether to save or not, or you guys rerolling, you can definitely save up your gems and like you can start grinding gems for these two characters, because oh my god, the hype is real, man. And part 2. So this one there isn't as much there's not too much information, but there's still quite a lot. It's basically about the Wano Kuni. So as you guys know, they just entered Wano and they will be basically meeting each other. So we already seen the Wano Zoro. So they never say anything about their types, but they talk about their skill. So for Zoro, right, Wano Zoro excels in mid range and he has long range also. So his first skill is actually a mid range attack that has knockback, I believe. So they said something about rush technique, so it could be a pretty fast skill. So yeah, then the part 2 is actually the second part is actually a long range skill. So okay, then besides the second part being a second skill being a long range skill, they also said that even though both of his skill is like mid and long range, right, he also excels in close quarters combat, which means that he's a melee character. So yep. Then for Zoro, for Wano Law, so we have both information about their skill. So for Wano Law, skill 1 is basically room. So for the room, right, is basically from what the translation says, is basically a room that it stays there for a while, and for what it does is anyone that is inside, right, they will be debuffed with defense down. So yeah, from my translation, let me just read it straight. It shows room remains on the spot. If it touches the enemy, a defense will lowered, will be reduction. So interesting ability. Like I'm very curious to see how it comes out. Surprisingly, it doesn't do any swapping, but I'm okay with that, and I hope that they add voice lines for this character. Imagine Law cast the skill and just say Doom. Oh my god, this is going to be so cool. Okay, for next skill is basically Gamma Knife. So I'm not sure if you have seen my other video, but basically there was some information about Wano Law, which I didn't really talk too much about it because I wasn't that confirmed whether it will come early or not. So apparently, yeah, and it states that Wano Law skill is Gamma Knife. So it's from what the translation says, is a skill that makes the enemy stun, which is it just says that it's a big skill. So what it could mean is it could be a very, very painful skill that stuns the enemy. So pretty cool. And both these are their sprites. So Zoro looks like Zoro. Then the Law in his new um is that a kimono? Yeah, it looks freaking good. And yeah, the Gear 4 Luffy looks, I don't know how to say, like it looks very cool, but that stream of the cloud, from his Gear 4 looks, I mean, okay, it still looks freaking cool. So yeah, then Doffy as usual looks like, okay, looks crazy. And okay, so I don't think I missed out any information. So Doffy will be a Red Runner. So pretty cool because you can kind of use, I can see that he excels in making a clone of himself to distract the enemy, something like that. Or yeah. So I guess that's it for this information. Hopefully you guys are hyped about this information. Let me know what you guys will be summoning for. Like, I don't think you guys should split up your gems. Like, I would say to choose either one, but we know that it's mostly between Stampede Sabo and the Gear 4 and Doffy. I'm sure a lot of people will go for Gear 4 and Doffy. Correct me if I'm wrong. So personally, I'm more hyped about the Gear 4 Luffy and Doffy. Reason being is because I have a 6-star Sabo already, so even if I get this Sabo, I can't really use them together. So yep. Then let me know how you guys feel about this event. Hopefully you guys been saving gems. For those who have been like using up your gems, I guess there's still the Facebook campaign. So yep, start saving now. Hopefully you can hit about 200, and they might give us more celebrations. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more One Piece Bounty Rush content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.